will be joining late. By 8:25, we will join.
Okay,
Okay.
Rajeshwari, go ahead, all yours.
Uh, I welcome all the FELD members. It's really a great pleasure for me. Today, once again, we are starting this Rasamrut challenge. Earlier, also in 2024, we did in the last, I think, in the month of October or November, just like that. So I'm very glad to say that I won for, I think, two times I won. I got the second prize. The books also I received from Vasu sir. It's a really a great platform for me. Whatever you are seeing me, whatever I'm doing, and the courage that I got each and every time I'm coming, whether I was perfect or not, I started doing by seeing all the people over here. They're doing so many things, coming, reading, and doing. So it was all inspiration for me, and I started and improving each and every day. When I make a presentation, I feel that each and every time I'm growing. Earlier, I was knowing one skill. Again, I did something. I added some more skill in me. So I just feel that it's a great platform. If you want to improve your speaking skill, writing skill, or whatever, if you're not able to read, also just sit with us, and you will get in a single hour. You are getting so many of the wisdom from so many people from all parts of the world. I feel that this a mini India. FELD is a mini India now, and now I am recommending this FELD group to my own classmates also. I'm just inviting me. They are telling me that you are charging the money. I tell yes, I will take some of the amount. आप आओ बैठो आप देखो तो सही what I do and how great people I meet each and every day. मैं तो बहुत ये से बोलती हूँ फक्र के और गर्व के साथ बोलती हूँ आप आओ मिलो देखो कि कितने अच्छे लोगों के साथ में बैठती हूँ. Thank you so much. And now I would like to invite Milind sir. Just go ahead. The platform is all yours.
Thank you, Rajeshwari. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So today we are starting this. Today we are starting this competition. It is a failed this thing, so I prepared a very small video. It is our inauguration, so it should be big because this group is not a ordinary group. You know, we are extraordinary angels here. So I just prepared this particular small video just to introduce that. Yes, from today we are starting this competition. So I'm just playing the video. Just 1 minute. Have watch.
Audio is not coming, Milind, if there is audio.
Yeah, audio may be not coming, isn't it? It is a Zoom setting. Yeah. Okay, but definitely after this session, I will upload that on WhatsApp. Okay, our group, so that everyone will be able to watch this thing. So yeah. Okay, let me share my. Should we start?
Yes, sir.
So your time starts now, 20:08. You have 20 minutes with you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, evening. Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to present a very first session of this particular competition. Who am I? Basically, let me tell me about myself. Who am I? This is a core spiritual question, but for outside world, I'm Milind Vanjare. I work in Jersey Telecom as a program manager. Vibrant Jersey is my online business. Last 8 years, I'm running this business. I'm was in Jersey, Channel Island for 17 years. Now I relocated to London. Yes, Universe and Mindful Million. These are my another passionate project. I given different sessions on mindfulness as a coach, mindfulness coach in Jersey. I carried out different law of attraction sessions in Jersey. Before starting today's session, I really want to bow down to all the gurus, masters like Raman Maharshi, Osho, Jiddu Krishnamurti, all the philosophers who actually helped me to understand the internal world, the understanding this life. So how you are supposed to treat others, there is no others. Okay, so this is what I learned from these masters. That is whole journey of life is your internal journey, and this particular book is actually helped me to do that, which I'm going to present you in today's session. The first book is basically The Mountain Is You. This is my today's topic. This book was written by Brianna West in 2020. She is well known for the as an emotional intelligence and self-growth writer. Author. Her other books are The Pivot Verse, 101 Essays. Uh, Her main niche is in writing on emotional intelligence book or self-growth. How this particular book came to me, it is a kind of synchronicity for me. The Think Straight, which we are reading in a Sunday reading group, Don't Believe What You Think, and this third book. So it is kind of synchronicity how these books are coming to me, which is helping me to understand myself a lot and to to go into my particular inner journey. And the next to this book is The Attitude Reconstruction. So everything is coming from you guys, the right book selection, everything, which is actually helping me. That's why I keep on saying that this particular group is angelic group for me. Okay, so let me present this particular book, what this particular book is all about. uh, if you see it here, it is for the brave people. If you are brave enough, this book required the courage, because this is we are in this book we are connecting to our internal emotions. So it is not a simple journey altogether while reading this particular group. So that's why this brave word is important while reading this particular book. Okay, this is not kind of any other novels or something where you just read and finish this off. No, this particular books give the focus of this book is on self sabotage. Okay, understanding what the self sabotage is, but at the same time it's take you, the Brianna takes you to the self mastery as well. The goal of this particular book is emotional resilience. Okay, how to improve that, work on your emotional intelligence. Okay, it is a practice of awareness, how you can include that into your daily practices. So Brianna Williams takes you to this particular journey in this particular book. Only 10 days. Yes, I read this particular book in 10 days. So this is easy read. Okay. Why this I'm saying this particular book is easy? Because the perspective of this particular book is really, really interesting. She puts the different topics, some of the areas in some unique perspective. So that's why I fall in love with this particular book to read, because it is sometimes it is very difficult to explain the topics like emotional intelligence, emotional agility, but her writing style is very simple. So which the thing which I like. Plus, it take to the gradual flow. Once you read one page by page, you think that, okay, this is for me, this is for me, and you keep on reading. It builds up the request, and it has a gradual flow. It comes to the end, and you see, oh, actually, it touched so many different areas of your life. Basically, the emotions which you are carrying with yourself. So, author does really nice work there. And very last point, which is my favorite one, is basically it is a spiritual philosophy, Indian philosophy, which she touches. Uh, so the way she's written the book is basically in three this thing. The first two chapters, she talks about the struggles. The struggles everyone face nowadays is a self-doubt, fear, and anxiety. Like electricity. Electricity is common throughout the world, but the building structure is different. So how you are using your electricity. So this energy is everywhere, every human being. So she touches these facts actually. What is self-sabotage? What is self-doubt? She goes to the inner root of those particular this and explains us just to make aware about around those particular what those self-sabotage is. Then she takes you to the personal growth, next two chapters where she talks about the emotional intelligence and emotional resilience. She helps us to cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment, how to build those particular purpose around your life. And last section is basically newer version of you, how to get this particular self mastery, the power which is within you. Okay, she actually helps you to connect to your inner power. Okay, so in these three flow, so first one is about sabotage, understanding that, second is your healing process, and third one is better version of you. So this is just the chapter list here. So first two chapters is on self-sabotage and understanding the root cause of self-sabotage. I really love these first two chapters only. Those are my first two chapters because if I talk about emotional intelligence, yes, we have read all different types of books on emotional intelligence or releasing our past. So these are some of the parties already we know, but the first two chapters are really key to understand what is self-sabotage. Definitely, I'm going to explain you in next particular slide. But the flow is very simple actually. And last two section, she explained that becoming the mountain, okay, connecting to your higher self, the power which is within you, the giant within you. She helps you to connect. So gradually you go from understanding sabotage to the self mastery. So I like that particular flow. Just 7 chapters, okay, so 10 days are more than enough to start working. But as I mentioned, this is kind of workbook. Yes, there is a separate workbook as well, but yeah, this is kind of workbook like Atomic Habits, Four Agreements. You need to keep Power of Now, you need to keep this book as your companion. Mountain metaphor. Yes, initially when we discussed this particular book in our session, everyone comes in there, mountain is me, mountain is you. And initially I thought, okay, this is must be a mountain of the inner challenges, obstacles. But as I keep on started reading the book, okay, it come up with the different idea, different views seeing this particular book. It is like climbing, facing your fears and limiting beliefs. You, while reading, you touch to those particular fears. Okay, there are limiting beliefs. Okay, it is a journey. It is a journey when you go through the chapter by chapter. Okay, it brings out, it shows you where you are actually stuck. So it is a journey, and summit is a self mastery. At the end of the book, okay, you see the change in you. Okay, and I will give you my live example how in just 10 days how I handled the difficult situation, which is the big one for me, very calmly, and everything then turn out for my advantage. When we talk about the monitoring, yes, definitely I connect it with the this thing. Anyone knows who are they? Hello?
Dancing and Hillary
Yeah,
and
Tenzing. Yeah. These are the people. New Zealand. He is from New Zealand. He is not from India or Nepal. He has a
dancing
dream.
also.
Yeah, see, it is not the mountain we conquer, it is ourselves. So he challenged his belief. In his autobiography also he is written that he challenged his belief that yes, I can do it. It is his dream and he overcome it. So basically he is the live example. They mark their names, both of them, in the history of humankind that you can conquer yourself. And this book is actually at the end, if you go read, start reading from chapter to chapter, it is basically becoming more and more who you really are. So this is the best example which I see, connecting to this particular book. Some of the quotes from this particular book. Initially, if you read the self-sabotage is what happens when we refuse to consciously meet our innermost needs. Okay, unmet needs, emotional needs inside. And we do not believe, this is a limiting belief, okay? We do not believe we are capable of handling them. So initially she challenges you, saying that you are not capable. You think that you are not capable, but she helps you. So as you go through the book, the last chapter, she said that the person you want to become. Okay, and that stage, the transformation, it is not just a change book, it is a transformation, that the changes which happens after reading the book stays with you. So that's I love about this book, and I have seen the changes in myself. Okay, so yeah, just have read to this particular book and just enjoy the magic how it changes you. My story, uh, just a quick story about my from my life, my past. Okay, in 1984, when I was in a fourth standard, I had an accident. I was trying to learn the bicycle, and I hit the jars. Okay, and there were three like not like gundas in India, like yeah. So they came to my house and they charged me 300 pound. My father 300 pounds, not 300 rupees, which is very huge at that time, like 30,000 or something, which has a huge impact on my life. After that, I never learned how to ride the bicycle. So my dream to go on a bike with my girlfriend is not met you know yeah, so I live around 17 years next to the sea. Okay, but I can't ride the bicycle. It is because of that fear which is built inside me. Okay, but life is always good, life is with you, life is always best to you. Now I drive a car and I travel by flight, so life is always good for you. But why this particular slide? Because yes, we have this particular hidden emotions, which is something happened in your childhood, and this book helps you to address those old habits or old hidden emotions. So what is self-sabotage? Anyone? What is the self-sabotage?
Telling wrong to some to ourselves.
It is positive or negative?
Negative.
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 Yeah. So
Undermining
yes,
our own abilities.
exactly. So self-sabotage is, if you see, it is a hidden behavior. Okay. It is often unconscious rooted fear. And again, it is unmet emotion. So this is all internal. That is something is holding you back. These are all your emotional but negative energies. Okay. And what happens because of that? Whatever the goal you set in your life, whatever the values you set in your life, but your actions, external actions are actually opposing them. Okay, let's understand this. Okay, quick question. You know whose photographs are this? Anyone? Rajeshwari?
South Indian heroes.
South Indian heroes, yeah. But I name them like guilt, pride, fear, perfectionism, this thing. Yes, these are the heroes because we hold them in our memories, like Shah Rukh Khan and this thing. So all these emotions we hold within ourselves. Okay, but if they come to us every time knocking your door, banging your door, calling you, then they are annoying. They are like villains. They are not good. So these emotions, we know what is guilt, what is pride. Okay, these are the labels we know. Okay, those are the emotional energy within us. Okay, so in my story, basically all these three emotions, all these three people, they come to me and they are telling that, Milind, we want to get married. Okay, this is the desire. I just want to explain you with the help of Advait philosophy why the desire is get created and desire then given rise to suffering, because we are living in the duality world. It is a dual world. Okay, so these guys, they come to me every time, these emotions, they come to me banging my door that we want to get married. When I ask them the question, why you are coming to me, because they are saying that you have the solution. I said, me? Okay, yes, you have the solution. Then I asked them like, who are the girls that you look for the married? Okay, they said, yes, we have seen the girls which we all like to marry, but they are on your laptop, and we like to get married with them. So I opened my laptop and I seen them. Oh, and then I started laughing, saying that, oh, these girls you are talking about. Okay, but I then to Shah Rukh Khan, I start explaining them, saying that, okay, this is not the Shah Rukh Khan. If I remove the Shah Rukh Khan from here, okay, the duality vanishes. Okay, so I make them understand, I make them awareful, saying that, see, all these emotions, negative or positive, okay, both are the energies basically. Okay, so these books helps you to connect to the positive side of the self-sabotage. Okay, so it helps you, so it removes that duality from it. It removes that particular desire to fight with yourself. So what are the different ways we do the self-sabotage? Basically, the negative thoughts, risking behavior, procrastination, perfectionism, procrastination, just delaying the things. Say that someday I will do something next, next day or something. Procrastination, overthinking sometime, postponing the task to the next days, overthinking. Sometimes people show that they are more busy, but they are not going actually anywhere. So these are the different traits. Basically, we do the self-sabotage, which is the negative one. Okay. The whatever the because of the self-sabotage behaviors, what are the stress built, people use the different ways like overworking, gambling. Okay. And they are so used to it that sometimes people don't like the peace or joy or love. If that comes in their life, peace, they doubt themselves. Why? Because basically the way the nervous system is built for that. Okay, so let's see how basically this particular negative or self-sabotage impacts us. Yes, it impacts our finances, our social commitments. It hinders our emotional processing. Is basically in relationship also it impacts. Then why we sabotage? What is the reason? Reason is very simple. It is not the defects in you anywhere. It is basically how our brain is designed. Basically, our amygdala or reptile brain, it is always try to find out the safety and security, the comfort zone. We always want to go into the familiarity of the things. We always stick to that. Okay, there are some hidden old unresolved traumas. Okay, and this is the area where these books take you and helps you to resolve this thing. Okay, we try to control the things which are not in our control. Okay, so these books helps you to understand things, to basically differentiate between what you can control and what you not. So yes, basically we resist the success, we resist the peace, love, and positive emotions because these all areas are within us. So we need to address this internal, battle with help of understand with this book actually understanding this book, and Brianna does a fantastic job helping us to understand how to resolve this inner conflict. So this one emotional intelligence. So then second and third chapter, basically, then it comes to the positivity of this thing. She helps us to build the emotional intelligence, the awareness, which is the key in NLP, which is the key in mindfulness awareness. What we require, we need to name the emotion. We need to sit with those emotions rather than feeling. These emotions are the positive signals actually. They are saying that your thought is actually going in wrong direction, so you need to take that as an emotion. You need to think that as a curiosity. Einstein gave a lot credit to curiosity. Okay, regulation, she provides you the tools to work on these particular emotions like journaling, silence, and empathy. Once you start understanding yourself, it helps you to understand the external world as well. It's good that nature gives you all these particular possibilities. We are actually human nature, isn't it? It is in human nature. There is a pattern. There is a pattern. So she helps us to spot the recurring destructive pattern. What are the patterns there? Okay. What are the root cause of this particular behavior? How to replace this guilt into the curiosity and awareness. Basically, she helps by understanding this book. You are actually helping to practice your awareness around these emotions and changing them from negative to positive. And it just happens. You just need to carry out the steps which she has given. The old wounds healing child. Yes, we are 6-year-old kids with 46 or 40 years of experience. But author says that yes, we need to do the kind of love parenting to ourselves. We need to do this with forgiveness, with self-compassion. Okay. The kindness is a major thing we need to give to ourselves to do all this particular practice. Okay. Without kindness, this particular book or this particular practices won't work for you. Okay, build self-trust. Very simple steps she has given. Like keep the promises to yourself. Yes, I will participate in a competition. Small wins. Okay, attending the different sessions. These are the small things which we can commit to ourselves and get the victory. Like trust grows with consistency. Try to connect with the people who are consistent. I'm observing like Pinaki, Vasudev sir, Rajeshwari, Rajesh, then Manaselvi, then Mansi. They are consistent in their activity. I'm observing last. Just connect with them. Connect some way with them. Okay, attend their classes, attend their sessions. Okay, they are like Tuesday with Pinaki. I'm observing for last 1 year. So why not just connect and build consistency within you? Answers are in this particular group. Which is able to help you to build your self trust. Favorite topic for me in this particular book is reframing failure. NLP guys, yes, reframing. This book explains you like only clouds, rainbows. Yes, every bit is important to you. The clouds, rain, water, rainbow, all these things are important in our life. It helps you to understand the negativity and turn them into positivity. There are lessons and setbacks, okay, but there are lessons in basically every situations which we face. The failure you need to take as a feedback. So this book helps you. So when I read this particular book first time, immediately came up with the chart. It helps you how to reframe in each and every negative aspect within us into the positive one. So reframing one, the fantastic chapters. The first 3 chapters, you will get the idea about this book, how depth. Emotional resilience, adapt to the challenge. Okay, take small challenge. Resilience is built by day-to-day activity. It is not something magic that will happen. Okay, you need to take a small, consistent actions. So what are those? Definitely, she helps us to understand this thing. Very simple tools, journaling and self-awareness. Okay, mindfulness, these are the area which we most of us we're really aware of this particular different techniques, but the key here is regular practice. This is not one time job. How to overcome the self-sabotage? It is the increase in self-awareness and be kind to yourself. Different steps she has mentioned, but these two key. Without kind to yourself, without kindness to yourself, you are not going to not going to success in this exercise. Okay, your negative emotion will throw you away. So very simple thing. Yes, you need to build the practice of self-awareness by doing mindfulness, meditation, and yeah, you need to be kind to yourself. Then only your inner self, inner child will start healing. So that is, I love, definitely you need to go through this one step by step. She explained the whole process. So this particular book is of a transformation. Okay, it is a transformation process. It helps you start from the awareness, building the practice of awareness. It takes you the healing, the center chapter, middle chapters on healing, how to work with your emotional intelligence, and then last sections is basically going to the mastery. Okay, how to replace your pattern. She gives you the nice charts, etc., to replace. So you just need to map your emotions to that and get the answer out of the book. Grow is This growth is gradual. Yes, this book is going to be my companion in future, and transformation is lifelong. Once you transform, it is going to stay with you. So the conclusion for me is here is basically like Alibaba Chalice Chor, it is again Mount story. Emotion intelligence is a key to freedom. So yes, you are going to get that key, climb your mountain as you go top into the mountain. The scenery is beautiful. You will become the version which you want, okay, aligned to your values and dream. So next read for me after this book, I always recommend is Attitude Reconstruction, and treat every obstacle as a stepping stone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. That is my take on this book. Thank you.
Awesome,
Any
speechless.
questions? Anyone? Any questions?
Who is our next contestant?
Let me see. Siraj.
Sir, I have a question. Uh,
Yes,
when
Anita.
you say we are in the self-sabotage mode, so how quickly we can come out of it? Can you share some insight on that?
Very, very quick answer to any self-sabotage behavior is very first love yourself. Okay, accept what is, love what is. That is what my always I mention in my this thing. Okay, you need to first accept yourself. Without that, nothing is going to work. No solution is going to work. You need to accept yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you are divine child. You are divine child.
Good. So our next contestant is missing. ठीक है Milind, it's all your time. People go ahead and ask him questions.
Okay, if ask any question. Otherwise, yeah, I always love to. How about that example of Shah Rukh Khan and this thing? Okay, I will ask other way around question. This is how we play the game within ourselves, internal world. These are all energy. Okay, but when you work with those past experiences, see, always remember when you work with those experiences, the experience remains, that memory remains, whatever happened, but it takes out the negativity around it. You know, like example, last month, my son, he won 1 lakh rupees in one night in poker game. Okay, while I'm reading this particular book. Okay, so as a father, should I get happy because he won 1 lakh rupees, or poker is a gambling? Yes, there is a this thing required, intelligence required. It is actually in their game. It requires analytical skills, and programmers do that many times. Okay, so while reading this particular book, so my emotion says that I need to get happy. Okay, but this book says that, yeah, sometimes whenever even if you are happy, there is some resistance to it. Whenever there if there are no problems in your life, you start thinking, oh, there is no problem, so you start feeling uncomfortable because you are so used to it. All those negative feelings or those problems, you can't sit in a silence. You turn on Netflix, to social media, because we are not used to those positive this thing. We actually resist, it is accelerator as well as brake. We press both the things. We want happiness in our life, but what we do, we resist it. So as a father, I said, no, yes, 1 lakh is sounds good and all that, but gambling is gambling. Okay. Now you got one lakh in one day, one evening. But in future, if that continues, then it will take everything from you. So that requires inside this thing. Now I'm buying home in London, which is a big one, big purchase for me, big decision, this thing. And suddenly last Friday I received a call from the seller saying that there is something something he changed. He changed his mind. Okay, so it is a big this thing. Now I recalculated my impact on me, my financial impact on my family, what I'm going to next 3 years and all that. But after, since I was reading this particular book, I did it very calmly, which is not me, like sometimes this, and again it is in crores, it is not rupees or something, it is in crores. So but yes, I handled it very nicely, and everything then fall in places, as I expected. It is only postponed by 3 months. That's fine. I need to just this thing. So this, after reading this book, actually, yes, you addresses those emotions, which, every this thing. And from the day one, I like this particular concept that yes, you are actually child of that six years old. One incident in my life, which is definitely this thing. In ninth standard, I got 93%. Okay, and one of my neighbors said that, Milind, you will get this, you will get the money prize of 1,000 rupees that time. Okay, 88. Mahalakshmi Trust in India, they give this thing. So me, my friend, and her mother, we all three went to Mahalakshmi by traveling around 2 hours. We went over there, and for that I arranged a certificate from my father's company. Okay, but when I went over there, I'm just, like 15 years old, and when I went over there, that particular person bashed on me, saying that, oh, you are showing the fake certificate, etc., you're not eligible for this thing. And for me, 1,000 rupees as very big this thing. Otherwise, people used to give bartan, wati chamcha aise dete the prize money. But getting the 1,000 rupees, but yeah, they haven't given me any money, nothing. And at that time, it has a very distinct impact on me, because I was thinking that they are actually celebrating or giving me the prize for my success. I got 93. Okay, but that time saying that no one is actually happy with your success, only your parents and close one. But the world outside, that is what I'm building my outside world interpretation. That world is not like that. There is no everyone going to enjoy that this thing. But yeah, it has a other way around as well. Like, how you take that particular this thing. Then in 10th standard, I got merit list student. I got merit in 10th. I done my engineering. So yeah, you need to take this particular this thing as a challenges, and yeah, you need to face that challenges with this thing. But this type of books really helps. But as I mentioned, these are the workbooks. You need to sit with them. That's why the thing can straight. Such a simple book. But Pinaki is not hurrying reading that book quickly. Otherwise, it is just 2 3 days book. Okay, the thing straight. But we are going step by step. I'm taking my own notes. I'm sharing my insight from that book, and I really love how people contribute into this particular group. And that is what the beauty of all this. Different perspective you get. So that, oh, I haven't seen. When Pinaki mentioned that, no, this mountain is me. You need to this thing. Yeah, many times he said, don't use that we, use I. Yeah, that is taking the responsibility what you are reading. Because after reading, if you are not changing, that means as if you have not read anything. So it responsibility builds. And yeah, so I love the vibes of this group. You know, yeah. And I love to do presentation. There is a lot. And anyway, I joined Pinaki's next batch, planning to publish a book, which is again inspiration I took from his wife. She has written a book. So two content provider or two writers are there with me to support my book. I said, why not? But Manjulata ji is here. Okay, I do not know her personally, but she launched a book. It shows that it is possible. Shivani is here. Okay, she is a publisher. Rajkumar sir is here. So you meet so many people of so much of experience. Okay, so my this thing is very simple. I know nothing. Whatever my age is, I know nothing. I'm 6 years old, learning from you all. Rajeshwari, awesome. You always sit next to that bridge. You are that bridge connecting this thing. Yeah. Many times I think, like, why Vasu sir is after so many people, like read. But I haven't read so many books in a year for last many years. But after joining this book, you can't live without books. You need to keep on this thing. Yeah.
What I feel,
People,
each book is answer to our own life challenges. When we are
it
reading,
is.
we are getting the answer.
It is
So
private. It
whenever
is
I
very.
feel down, I just open any book and read, and I just feel, oh wow, this has been said. I can apply this.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
has helped me a lot to overcome the challenges that I was having in my life. So I just love and sit. My best friend is my book.
Yeah, and how beauty Pinaki explained this many times. Actually, when you sit with that particular book, okay, definitely one way authors talk to you, but actually there is no author. It is you only, isn't it? It is you only explaining the same this thing to you. That means answers are within you only, you know. But when you connect, saying that, oh, who is telling this thing? I'm here alone in this room. Okay, the book is front of me. Then who is explaining this particular book? So it is connection with yourself, you know. And so once this energy, negative energy get released, oh, awesome. That's awesome feeling, you know. And as I mentioned, it is a synchronicity, you know, how this, I don't know this Think Straight book, but Pinaki came up with this book and he showed 6 different books. People are buying the whole book set, you know, buy one book, read 6 book, you know. So that's how we connect with each other, you know. Otherwise, before joining Feld, this is kind of manifestation for me. I spoke to Miss, yes, I can show you, you know, I spoke to my friend. There should be some group where I can, you know, discuss this idea in depth, exactly, you know, in different depths. So I connect one to one with Pinaki, with Rajkumar sir, Sumedha ji, awesome experience from, you know, like she does Vipassana, you know. So I know she is there. So if I have any questions on meditation, definitely I can connect with her, saying that, you know, yeah. So this is how we connect with each other. Raishwari, you are in a profession which I like, you know, since because of the topper and etc. I am very much close to books, you know, or children's as such, you know, because that is what next generation, and even if they see the positivity on you, that itself is kind of, you know, like kind of this thing, you know, they will start noticing the difference between, yeah.
Brilliant. How
Thank
many
you.
of others want to become a part of this wonderful journey?
Yeah, please share.
You know,
Any
I
way we
want
can help
all
you.
of you to be a part of this competition. You know, the competition is with you. So you are the mountain.
Yeah,
You come at the top of the mountain that you are and see the world from there. You know, I will suggest each one of you. 15 minute आपको बात करें. It's only 15 minutes you need to talk about it. 15 minutes बात करने के लिए you don't even need to read the whole book. Just take one chapter, two chapter, apply it, and come back with your experience sharing. The way, see, Milind is sharing the book now, not the initial 20 minutes. First 20 minutes, he was only talking about the book. After that, he's talking about himself. That is what uh, all of you can have experienced yourself with. You know, just be a participant. You know, put in your attention, your time, your effort to be a part of this beautiful journey that we are all having. हम लोग सब एक बस में बैठे हुए हैं. अगर एक ही बंदा बात करता रहा तो बाकी सबका रहने का
क्या
और
करें.
ना रहने का एक ही मतलब बनता है.
Yeah,
वी आर
yeah.
ऑन अ बस, वी आर ट्रेवलिंग. हमें और कुछ करना ही नहीं है ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम. बस में ही रहना, इधर उधर देखना है, नजारा देखना है, बातें भी करते रहो, मूंगफली भी खाते रहो, है ना. Why just sitting idle behind a logo, behind a black screen? Come on video. दूसरों को पता तो चले कि बस में और भी लोग हैं और they are actually alive, they are awake. Huh?
I took the action, Pinaki.
Yeah, it matters.
Awesome.
Your presence matters. आपको
Absolutely.
मैटर करे ना करे, हम लोगों को मैटर करता है.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So, Milanji, it was really nice. I was very मुझे आपका presentation बहुत अच्छा लगा. The way you have presented, and in 20 minutes you try to completely give all the thing, and with your experience and examples, it was really awesome. I just loved it. So, especially giving, I usually get carried away with the uh, great scholars or like Ramana Maharshi and all. उनका नाम सुनते ही थोड़ा ऐसा I get goosebumps because they don't preach, they experience and then they say. तो
Yeah,
उनके
yeah,
वर्ड्स में जो दम होता है, वेटेज होता है, वो ऐसे नहीं होता है, वो एक्चुअली
absolutely.
वो एक्सपीरियंस्ड वाइब्रेशन होता है। हम लोग तो ऐसे ही बात करते हैं, रील्स आजकल जैसे देखते हैं ना, पूरा
Yeah,
यूट्यूब का वीडियो नहीं देखते हैं, उसमें एक क्लिप देख के कुछ बात करते हैं, लेकिन जो पूरा वीडियो देख के दम से बोलता है, दैट मैटर्स एंड आई रियली लव्ड इट। एंड basically self sabotage is the purpose of life for me. Everybody is not perfect. They want to find themselves in their imperfections.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that is the journey which always I love and like to move. And today, when you are speaking, I was very well connecting with every point of it.
Thank you, thank you.
As you
Yeah,
said, a small step also. आज ज्वाइन होना है, बस एटलीस्ट ऑब्जर्वर रहना है, दैट डज मैटर टू शो अप.
yeah,
सो
yeah,
आई रियली लाइक्ड इट. And mountainous you is such a nice thing, that how we grow ourselves getting inside ourselves. So
yeah.
that was a very in-depth thing, which is in our thing. I am very strong follower of our Indian scriptures and
Mm.
comparisons, learning, understanding with scientific and psych. I link through the psychology. So with that perspective, we are. I know that our body releases chemicals with cortisols and also happy hormones. Cortisols are needed as a strength so that you improve your टाइमिंग, हेल्थ, वेल्थ. बट द कॉर्टिकोसोल को कोई बैड इमेज देते हैं. जनरली एवरी पर्सन व्हेन दे वेक अप इन द मॉर्निंग, their cortisols are high, and that is the one as a weapon, it is protecting them. So take the negative as the weapon. A warrior is going, and if he go with his very alpha mode ki shant rahunga,
Yeah,
how will
yeah,
he
yeah.
fight in the battlefield? He needs that
Absolutely,
energy of anger. तो जो षडगुण होते हैं हमारे में, कि काम, क्रोध, मोह, भोग, those
absolutely.
all have to be used as the weapons to the growth. सो आपको जंप करना होता है, लेकिन उसको नीचे दबाओ और आप जंप करो. जैसे
Yeah,
बॉलर
yeah,
पीछे जाके बॉल डालता है, एरो को पीछे करके रहता है. द
yeah.
गोइंग बिहाइंड आर ऑल द षडगुणास, दिस सेल्फ sabotage. And it was
Awesome.
so well explained, and I was connecting with my own thoughts. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that way.
yeah,
So it was very nice, very nice. I haven't read that book. Surely I will now read it, because it connects me a lot, and I'll come up
yeah.
with my own thoughts sometime. Thank you.
Thank you, Manjula ji. Thanks for all your additions here. Our old scriptures, our philosophers, our masters, they have done so much.
Yeah.
Only thing about these Western books is, as we discussed last in few of the sessions, they done very nice packaging of this thing. All these chapters and these things so that it is readable.
Uh,
But
I
otherwise,
would
our
like to
own.
add two things.
Yes, please.
One
Yeah.
is we have lost connection with our own scriptures, because we are in race of uh, job, package, industrialization.
Yeah.
And in that race, we come across the other side, where people get more familiar with that and grabbing the things in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have read so many books, yet when I read Gita, I get much more information and enlightened when I read 10 books. फिर भी उन 10 में उतना नहीं मिलता जो एक गीता में मिल जाता है.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there is there. I just wanted to just put it in our cultural point of view, which I have written just now. Self-sabotage is the jiva's tamasic or rajasic impulses, blocking its potential, corrected through sattva, right knowledge, and surrender to the self and the supreme. So this is what I got learning with my thoughts through your thing.
Yeah.
And I would like to add one thing which I believe very strongly. One is person, another is situation, and another is process. We always mix up it and never understand it properly. Yet, if one person is having is in the process, that is the physical thing, having with a good intention, sankalp, anusandhana, with artha, we they call as artha anusandhana in karma. यानी कि आपके कर्म जो करते हैं, the process which you are doing, the physical thing you are doing, with your emotion, with a good sankalp. Good in means it aligns with the self, others, and the universe in a proper alignment. When there is differences, that is not alignment, for in my definition. So with that intention, with the right knowledge, with the right person, right time, with the so situation, that is actually dharma. आप झूठ भी बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन जब सेल्फ अदर्स यूनिवर्स अलाइन होता है, झूठ भी सत्य हो जाते हैं, वो धर्म हो जाता है. So I believe in this very strongly and I follow it. So in that process, so we are doing resilience, self-support, I'd say, अपने आप के हम we are growing. Intention भी अच्छा रहता है. Problem comes with अर्थ, यानी कि knowledge, right knowledge. And we need to authenticate our knowledge. For that, we are grabbing so much of information, but understanding it properly, processing properly, applying it that situation, it does matter. So this is what the thoughts which were going on, but I'm sorry I took a lot of time. But thank
No,
you for
no.
everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Gaurav, do you want to say something?
Yeah, Gaurav
Yes,
Sharma.
yes. Only one thing, Majulata ma'am, बहुत अच्छा बोला. I think very good sharing. What you said, people, situation, and what was the third one?
People,
Process.
situation and process.
Process.
Personality, situation and process. या तो कर्म होता है, या तो situational होता है, या personality. हम लोग ना situation का गड़बड़ होता है, लेकिन person को जज करते हैं.
Right.
Process में गड़बड़ होता है, person को जजते हैं. So book is not the cover. That what I wanted to mean it. यानी कि हम जल्दी से जजमेंट कर देते हैं, वहां से सेल्फ सबोटाज खुद को भी जज कर लेते हैं. सबोटाज वहां दूसरों का भी होता है, सेल्फ का भी हो जाता है. ये समझ आने में काफी होता है कि हमको वो अवेयरनेस चाहिए, कि हम समझे कि अवेयरनेस का क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है, कि हम किसको जज कर रहे हैं, सिचुएशन को कर रहे हैं, क्या प्रोसेस को कर रहे हैं, या आई जस्ट गिव यू वन एग्जांपल व्हिच आई कोटेड फॉर एवरीवन. मैं गाड़ी चला रही हूँ, जाके मैं ही ठोक रही हूँ. आई एम ड्राइविंग एंड आई हिट इट. सो इट हु इज द प्रॉब्लम हियर?
Me, person.
The who is driving. Okay, now I am driving. Opposite another person is coming. That person and hit. So who is the where the problem comes?
The person only.
Yeah.
Person
Now
only,
I
yeah.
am driving and other person is also driving. Earthquake आ गया.
Then it's a situation.
Situation, yeah.
हाँ. So हम लोग ऐसे सिचुएशन के मेरे कर्म फूटे, वो ये we all see it is the situation which has been given as a challenge for you to grow. How do you manage yourself? So earthquakes तो जीवन में होते रहते हैं. हम लोग तो दूसरों को बोलेंगे या खुद को करेंगे, समझते भी नहीं है. ये समझ आने में बहुत ही टाइम लगता है. इस अलाइनमेंट जब आ जाए ना, वो अवेयरनेस, हम लोग सब सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, माइंडफुलनेस हमारे से ही करते हैं, लेकिन इट ऑलवेज मैटर आई, अदर एंड यूनिवर्स. I have
Great.
actually framed a talk about this. It just gave a glimpse about it.
Yeah.
So
नहीं, इसमें अच्छा था पॉइंट. इवन
how
आई एम थिंकिंग अगर रेड लाइट इज नॉट वर्किंग, और तब अगर एक्सीडेंट होता है, we will blame person,
हाँ,
we may blame
yeah,
situation कि हुआ, but it's a process failure actually because
exactly.
right light was not working. Yeah. So
बिकॉज जिंदगी में ऐसे होता है कि कुछ काम होते ही नहीं हो या सिचुएशन ठीक नहीं होता है, पर्सन को ब्लेम करते हैं। अगर हम पर्सन पे ट्रस्ट करके रखेंगे तो वो सोशल अवेयरनेस से जो दूसरे पे हमको वो को रेगुलेशन होता है, आई एम नॉट फीलिंग फॉर यू, आई एम विथ यू, सिंपैथी नहीं एम्पैथी आ जाए, तो जस्ट सोचो सिचुएशन एंड प्रोसेस सभी अलाइन हो जाते हैं। सो
absolutely
या, थैंक यू।
clear. Sure, thanks. And what I was sharing about one line for which I raised hand, that is about the observation. The way Milind was sharing everything, yeah, कि कैसे challenge आया, what trigger was there, but he patiently waited, and he was sharing कि बचपन में सारा he was sharing. It is observation, so we have to be observant. And observation के लिए बोलते हैं ना, आप रोड पे हैं, if you are checking the red cars, you will see only red cars on the, बाकी आपको कोई कलर दिखेगा नहीं. So it's good to be always noting down, journaling your achievements. When you write and write again and again, you start thinking, yes, I'm an achiever. Even any failure, you will not see. You say, okay, it's a stepping stone, as Milind said also. So yeah, this is the way I think our world-class standard, world-class mindset, everything gets built brick by brick. So thanks, Milind, for sharing. Yeah,
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Brilliant.
sure.
So I would like to look at the scoring parameters. So like since Milind was a scapegoat this evening, and he took to be a scapegoat also, so that हम उसको use कर सकें अपने सारा parameters के ऊपर समझने में. So I just want to thank Milind for taking that bold initiative to be there. So I'm just sharing the screen where we are talking about the parameters, and let's have a quick discussion on it. And I want to hear from all of you for that. Okay. So in fact, let me share my WhatsApp. That is the best way to do it. Okay, so here we go. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what we were talking about. And so the first point was duration is 20 minutes max. This was a 15 minutes for the presentation and 5 minutes for Q&A. So Milind took about 23 minutes for the whole thing, just for his presentation part. So we have to be very, very clear about it, that it should not be more than 15 minutes with a 5-minute Q&A. So Q&A के लिए कोई time ही नहीं रहा. Okay. So this is one art we really need to learn. You know, आप अगर देखेंगे बहुत अच्छे videos, there are some videos by people who are beautiful. Even they are also using images, they are also using graphics, but yet they finish it up within 15 minutes, 18 minutes, 12 minutes. And छोटा videos होते हैं. Some particularly when you are reading or listening to some audio book summary or maybe the book summary of a video, you will often find that वो 5 मिनट में video खत्म कर रहा है, 7 मिनट video खत्म कर रहा है. So this is one art that all of us can develop for ourselves. You know, actually observing what they are doing, how they are doing, and how you can also do the same thing. So this is a big opportunity for all of us. It's a बहुत बड़ा scope है to learn the art of summarizing, gisting, जिसको हम बोलते हैं. It's more powerful. Gisting is more powerful rather than summarizing. So there is one area which is there for all of us to develop ourselves. One. Preferred skills were about some visuals like notes, photographs, mind maps, presentation, text highlighted from the book, which Milind has done anyway. Beautifully done, in fact. Points to be considered for scoring is your understanding from the book. So whenever you are talking about that book, sharing that book idea, you can focus on this. At least if you talk about 1 or 2 understanding from the book. This I'm telling everybody, you know, I want all of you to be a part of this game. You know? Don't stay on the stands and just keep, or like cheerleaders. You know, come on the pitch and play the game with us. Second thing is your interest in the book, what connected with you. है ना? कुछ नहीं, आप किताब को लो and just figure out one point and you can talk about it. Like when I will be talking about this, the mountain is you. My connection point is that I am the mountain. है ना? So you can figure out what is for you and how you connect the dots with yourself. Then comes which chapter you like most and why. So it is better if you just pick one chapter or two chapter, because time of course बहुत limited है with 15 minutes. So 15 minutes में this is something that you can really take. उसमें क्या होता है जानता है, you actually create interest about the book. Okay, I read this, I did this, and this is what we discovered. This is what I discovered for myself. So it's all about like first person singular, number present continuous tense. Or you can even add, instead of saying the discovered for myself, you say I'm discovering for myself. So that makes the presentation more lively, more time intensive, more attention intensive, more influencing. So which chapter you like most, why, and what impact it did it have on you. Then comes any evidence you would like to share to support in favor of what you learned. So Milind definitely did that when he was talking about that childhood stories about riding that bicycle. So I had a similar experience while riding a scooter. तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि लाइक मेरे घर वालों ने बोल दिया कि दो पहिया तो खरीदना ही नहीं है, यू नो, आइदर यू बाय अ कार, गाड़ी खरीदने लायक बनो, लेकिन स्कूटर नहीं चलाना, यू नो. So if you don't have money, don't buy a scooter. You know, get money, buy a car. And I gave this advice to one of my colleagues almost about 23, 24 years ago when I was working. More than that, maybe. So what happened that this guy got excited and he purchased a Fiat at that time. उसने एक Fiat खरीदा था छोटा वाला, उस समय Fiat चलता था दिल्ली के रोड्स पे. So he purchased a second hand Fiat. He said, मैंने ये गाड़ी 32,000 में खरीदा and I'm happy with that. You know, because when you were at my home and we were talking about this, my wife insisted कि तुम ये स्कूटर छोड़ो और अपने लिए गाड़ी खरीदो. At least I will feel safe. So this is the power of that statement. And then the fifth one, which is most important for me, that could you encourage, motivate, and inspire others to read the book? This is one area where I think you must end the session with a question, or maybe बीच में बोलते रहो, like is this something which really encourages you to read the book? You can take the audience's remarks, तो उससे आपको पता भी चलेगा audience का engagement कितना है. Then comes your discussion must include, obviously, why did you choose the book? So we had 3 books. It's not that we have been given this book to share about. So you can choose why, what made you choose this book. You can talk about what was your intention fulfilled. So if you have chosen that book, हो सकता है आपका intention fulfill और नहीं भी हो सकता है. Either way, so you can share that point also. That हाँ मैंने ये सोच के लिया था, लेकिन वो इतना fulfill नहीं हुआ. Instead, probably something else was fulfilled. Some other intention was fulfilled. Yes, ये भी हो सकता है. Then talking about what about this book you like the most. So even if it doesn't fulfill your intention, but probably you can still find something good about that book which you really liked. You know, like when I talk about this book, मैं तो सबको यही बोलता हूँ कि 2020 में किताब लिखा था, 2 साल में she became a millionaire just because of this book. है ना, तो ये अपॉर्चुनिटी आपके पास भी है, चाहे आप लाइफ में कुछ भी कर लो. If you can write a book like that with such a empowering or inspiring title of the book, you can also create history for yourself, for your family. 2 साल में आप चाहो तो millionaire बन सकता है. Millionaire in terms of USD, not in terms of Indian rupee, INR, है ना, possible है. And बहुत लोगों ने ऐसे किया है. We have examples, like this is an example of that only. ये भी ऐसे ही बना, ये भी ऐसे ही बना. The book was out and in 2 years, सबसे बड़ा सक्सेस तो हमने अपने आंखों के सामने देखे इसी ईयर. साहिल ब्लूम, he published the book in February 2025, and by June 2025 he was a millionaire just because of that book. And this book was in the New York Times bestseller since April. For almost 10 weeks it was on the top of New York Times bestseller, and he did many things to ensure that book stays there. तो इतना possibility है. So you can figure out those things, that what about this book you like the most, and one central idea you want to carry from the book you took for your life. और उसमें कुछ interesting आपको लगा तो that you can carry with yourself. Just share about it. So had I been talking about this book, मैं यही बोलता कि 2020 में किताब publish हुआ, 2022 में she became millionaire just because of this book. I carried this idea. मुझे वो अच्छा लगा. During the COVID period, when people lost jobs, She became a millionaire in 2 years. Think, COVID second phase was there. People are running for oxygen. So many people have reduced to dust. Their entire finances reduced to dust. And in the same time, she will become a millionaire. Yeah. So think 2020, COVID phase one, she came up with the book. COVID phase two, she is a millionaire. So this is what the possibilities that we are talking about. Okay, this is one thing that I carried from this book. Then we are talking about other important scoring parameters like completion on time. This is strongly recommended. Effectiveness in delivery. So Milind did a very good job. So उसने कम से कम एक बार सेट कर दिया. अभी ऐसा बार सेट कर दे कि मुझे भी सोचना पड़ेगा if I compete. Then because I am not good at designing such beautiful slides, I play with simple slides. So I have to play there if I want to be a part in this competition. For then following connecting with audience, this is one area where each of us need to focus on. Followed by comfort levels, how comfortable you are while you are sharing your study, your points, and then addressing questions from the audience. तो जब ऑडियंस आपको सवाल पूछ रहे हैं उसका आप जवाब कैसे दे रहे हो, and you have that 5-minute window to address the audience, है ना? So one way which normally I follow whenever I am in such situations, such programs, and whether it's a contest or whatever, before audience asks me a question, I ask them a question. And that question is that with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself now? और जब ऑडियंस उसका जवाब देता है, ज्यादातर सवालों का आंसर लोगों को उसी में मिल जाता है. So this is also one way of addressing the questions of the audience. So naturally, finally, I just asked all the stakeholders and organizers to ensure that whether we are going to follow this process or not. So मुझे कुछ मिला नहीं. वासु ने बोला आपने लिख दिया तो चलो हम इसको follow करते हैं. So probably this is a good way to get started. And as we keep on preparing ourselves for this, for participating in this competition, I would strongly recommend you to just follow these guidelines और करो कुछ, like at least कुछ तो करो. आप करोगे तो आपके आसपास लोग आपको देखेंगे, आपके परिवार वाले आपको देखेंगे, आपके बच्चे आपको देखेंगे. You don't need to tell your children what to do and what not to do. They will follow you. They do what you do. There are many training nowadays going on. This is the most sold training program nowadays. And this most sold, highest selling training program is all about parenting. Parents के लिए parenting हो रहा है. Who are getting these parenting sessions? Not our parents, probably not us. The next generation who are just probably 10 years younger to us, or 12 years, 15 years younger to us. They are going through this training. Maybe 20 years younger. I'm going to 56 this January. So, अभी जो लोग ट्रेनिंग ले रहे हैं पेरेंटिंग का, they are all in the range of 30 to 40 years of age group. और उनके साथ क्या ट्रेनिंग दिया जा रहा है? What kind of parenting training they are having? 2 types. One is how to handle your child, and second one is inner child healing. मतलब फंडामेंटली आपको यही सिखाया जा रहा है कि आप बच्चों को कैसे हैंडल करोगे, है ना? Whereas what I discovered while I was interacting with many parents of the students जिनको मैं NLP का ट्रेनिंग देता हूँ in the schools, it's fundamentally all about spousing. If there is harmony between husband and wife, बच्चा ऑटोमेटिकली परवरिश का उसका बेहतर से बेहतरीन परवरिश हो जाती है automatically, because children learn from what you do, not from what you are telling them to do, है ना? So this is another area where we can focus on. So this is what I'm inviting all of you, like आप इसमें participate करो, follow these guidelines, and people will see you. People who are associated with you, who are close to you, they will see you how you are preparing for this. आप घर वालों को बोलेंगे मैं इसके लिए preparation ले रही हूँ, मैं ले रहा हूँ, because my presentation matters, and that is where the Rasamrut is. We are talking about Amrit from reading these books, reading these wisdoms, pearls of wisdoms which are already available to us. उनको जब हम उठा रहे हैं, हम उनसे जब छोटी छोटी माला बना रहे हैं, कजरा बना रहे हैं, कुछ भी बना रहे हैं, हम उसी को डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं when we are sharing about that book in one of these sessions. I would strongly recommend you to be a part of this competition, and the competition is with you. You are the mountain. है ना? The competition is with you. So that's all I have to share with all of you tonight. Over to Vasu for any further instructions and Rajeshwari.
Yeah, there is one other judge, two other judges, in fact. So we would like your comments on this.
Yeah, we have Nikhil and Preeti also. Yes, please go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, great. Good evening, everyone. And it was very nice to listen from Milind ji relating to mountains. So we just मतलब वो एक माउंटेन सिर्फ एक चीज है जिसको लेके ऑथर ने बहुत अच्छा चीज बताया है कि हम अपने सिर पे माउंटेन लेके घूमते हैं और कैसे हम अपने बिलीव्स और इससे इमोशन से अपनी लाइफ को ढालते हैं बट डेफिनेटली जो मिलिंद जी ने स्पेशली जो बताया एक्टर्स को एक्टर्स में कन्वर्ट करके एक्टर को एक्ट्रेस में कन्वर्ट करके इट वाज अ बेस्ट थिंग मेरे को वो बहुत एक कॉन्सेप्ट इतना अच्छा लगा और अभी वो मेरे माइंड में बैठ जाएगा कि कैसे उसको हम ले सकते हैं क्योंकि क्या है हम उनको ही अपना हीरो मानते हैं नॉर्मली स्टार्टिंग से बचपन से हम लोग ने उनको देखा है तो हम उनको ही अपना हीरो मानते हैं तो और उनको जब हीरोइन में कन्वर्ट करके देखा और वो उससे सब प्राइड और ये एक चीज आती है कि वुमेन्स बहुत स्ट्रांग होती है और वो लाइफ में कुछ भी कर सकती है तो मैंने वैसा लिया उसको और थैंक यू इट वाज वेरी नाइस टू अटेंड एज मैं थोड़ा बीच में चली गई थी एट गेस्ट वेयर एट माय प्लेस बट डेफिनेटली जो मैंने सुना वो बहुत इफेक्टिव था थैंक यू फॉर मेकिंग मी द जज फॉर दिस थैंक यू
What I would like to mention, Preeti, you chose to be judge. You shown the courage. Option was open for everyone.
Can I share my views?
Yes, ma'am. Go
Yes, please.
ahead.
Yeah. So, of course, congratulations, मलिन जी. आपने बहुत अच्छे से सारा प्रेजेंट किया और बहुत अच्छे से मतलब लगता है कि काफी डिटेल में आपने किताब को पढ़ा है और उसके ऊपर बहुत सोचा है और उसके बाद इसे बनाया है और मेरा तो जहाँ तक मैं ये सोचती हूँ कि ये इसमें पहाड़ पर चढ़ने से कोई संबंध नहीं है किताब का ये तो असल जो पहाड़ है हमारा जीवन है और उसी में हमको बहुत सारी बाधाएं आते हैं समस्याएं आती हैं और जब हम उनको उसको फेस करते हैं विद ग्रेट करेज के साथ कई बार गिरते भी हैं फिर उठते हैं फिर चलते हैं तो ये सब जब हमारे जीवन में होता है तो उसमें हम खुद को जब कॉन्कर करते हैं तो दैट इज द बेस्ट फ्रूट वी गेट कि मन को वश में कर लेते हैं और जो चीजें नेगेटिव हमारी लाइफ में आती हैं वो एक साधन बन जाती है कि इसको हमने क्रॉस करके अभी पॉजिटिव की तरफ वो नहीं आएंगे तो हम कभी भी पॉजिटिविटी की तरफ जाएंगे ही नहीं तो ये मुझे लगा कि ये जो क्रक्स था किताब का ये यही था कि मन को जीतना एक हमारा इनर सर्कल रहता है एक आउटर सर्कल रहता है आउटर सर्कल जो हम दुनियादारी और संसार में घूमते हैं इनर सर्कल जो है सर्कल वो हमारा वही माउंटेन है जो हमने जिसके ऊपर हमने आगे चढ़ना है तो वो हम सबकी लगातार कोशिश होनी चाहिए क्योंकि हम लाइफ के अभी वो मोड़ पे आ रहे हैं जब हमें आउटर से इनर पे जाना बहुत जरूरी है फिर हमारा जो आउटर सर्कल भी है लाइफ का वो भी बहुत सुखद हो जाएगा और मिलिंद जी ने जो एक पोकर की एग्जांपल दी है तो वो सब जो चीजें कभी कभी आती हैं अच्छा लगता है बट इट इज ए वेरी टेम्परेरी हैप्पीनेस वो हमको लॉन्ग रन में नहीं लेके जाती तो बच्चों को आई थिंक इस टाइम ये और हमको भी ये चीज के लिए थोड़ा केयरफुल रहना है खुशी बहुत होती है उस समय मैंने भी जब लास वेगस में $100 जीते थे मैं फटाफट वहां से बाहर आ गई थी बट इट वॉज जस्ट अ टेम्परेरी आफ्टर दैट इट वॉज एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीबडी आई रियली अप्रिशिएट द वे एवरीबडी हैज presented Milind ji, Pinaki, you and of course Vasu ji और मंजुला जी के तो बहुत अच्छा था very nicely she connected with everything. Thank you very much.
Yes, and the third person, third judge who is there today.
Third just vanished.
Okay, fine. Good. So it should be imperative to us that because we are talking about a competition and that this first part should be done by the judges. Once the competition starts, the judges are like the speakers in the house of the Lok Sabha or that kind of thing. So that you have to take lead, you have to lead the questions, you have to set that agenda within that timeline, then you can leave it to others to work further. Then you can open the audience for the questions once you are updated the person who has put the effort for the day's work. Because we have declared that this Rasamrut is starting a month back, and then someone might have started working on it from 15 days, like today is 21. So it may be 20 days that some person has worked upon. So we as the judge have to see that what efforts have been put in, that feedback goes immediately to the person because once it gets diverted then उसका टेस्ट खराब हो जाता है ना जैसे दूध को आप 2-4 घंटे रखो ओपन में तो उसका दही बनने लगता है या पनीर बनने लगता है सो दूध को दूध में दे दो and all the judges have to be very quickly within half a minute because you are someone has made the book of say 6 hours 4 hours whatever the reading speed like mountain is you would take at least 7 hours to read for a average reading person तो फॉर 7 आवर्स को जिसको 15 मिनट में किया है उसको आपको आधे मिनट में या 1 मिनट में पहला फीडबैक दे देना है कि अच्छा है बहुत अच्छा है ठीक ठाक है वट एवर इट इज so that will first drive the person, and you can give some quick tips. Okay, without very elaborating, you can give because we are speaking about Rasamrut, so our feedback also should go back in a Rasamrut way. Okay, then once that part is done, then we can open for others to talk about, and then it can lead for the discussion, learning, further things. This is how I think it is to be should be done, but it's open platform. We can work on it, improve upon it further. This is my first impressions on it because I had something did not go perfectly well as I had planned. Okay, so yeah, Pinaki, you raised your hand.
Yeah, I believe, Basu, in that case, we have to increase the time from 20 to 25 minutes. Because अगर judges को ही बोलना पड़ेगा after the 15-minute presentation, then each of them will take at least 1 minute if all of them are being asked to share something. And then probably even if you open it for open house, लोगों को सवाल पूछने उसका जवाब देने के लिए भी टाइम लगेगा. Probably in that case, we can only allow one person to ask a question, and then it may not work that way.
No, the first 20 minutes belongs to you and the participant and the judge. After that question answer is related to how the presentation is done, how that is. लेकिन book का learning, whatever learning is there, it is already shared. Beyond that, if any question is there, then it will be beyond this 20 minutes. So now the competition is over. 15 मिनट से 18 मिनट अगर किसी ने ले लिया, तो 2 मिनट के बदले में आपके 5 मिनट आपके हैं. The judges 5 minutes belong to them. उसके बाद जो है that is not part of the competition. It is now part of the discussion and further learning.
Okay.
So ends there. Discussion can continue. Learning has no end. But because we are speaking of a competition where a prize is given, so whenever there is something involved in tangible basis, then we should also be tangible in what we are doing. Objective का action भी objective होना चाहिए. This is what I feel. Baki, my question to Milind is how he enjoyed this. When did you start reading this book?
Oh, the day I think where you published those 3 books, 4 Agreement, this one, and Imperfection. That time,
Okay.
yeah, that time only I selected this book, and I finished that in 10 days because yeah, this book is really engaging one, Yeah, yeah.
Okay. From the day you picked up this book till today, how was your experience? Because this matters. For me, I believe that the process is more important than the what you call the means are more important than the end. So,
Yeah.
how did you enjoy the journey?
Yeah, as I mentioned during this particular first presentation, this particular book, Four Agreement, Power of Now, Atomic Habit, these are kind of companion. These are the workbook. These are not something you read once and then chhod do. Okay, it is for daily implementation. That is what especially these type of books, which we picked up for the reading, like Think Straight and all that. It is not a quick read. You need to sit with those particular book, come up with your notes, and see that how practically you are implementing those in your day-to-day life, in your situation, and life gives you all those opportunity. And definitely when you come across these emotions, emotional turmoil or something which is actually connected to your past, these books helps to understand those situations, saying that okay, your response is like this, but now you don't have to respond in the same way because now you read the book. This is the new way. So slow it's running, learning kind of this thing. This type of books are not for like one read kar do or chhod do, not like novel. So I love this type of books, reading and going in depth. And that is what I at the beginning only I thank to the like you all, that you are actually from somewhere, I don't know how, but it is synchronicity for me, how the books are coming to me, and in particular sequence order. That's I love actually. uh, don't believe what you think, the think straight. Oh, it explained very nicely about the thinking pattern, how actually thinking works, how thoughts are generated. And then you jump to the emotions. Okay, what are the emotions? Then this book, and next one after this is attitude reconstruction. Yes, these books helps you to decode, your internal world. So yeah. So these books are for implementation and learning from you day to day. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And the final part is after giving the presentation, how did you feel? Did you feel that this is what I wanted, or did it went something
First of
different
all,
from what you felt?
yeah, very first of all is thanks to this particular platform where it gives the open opportunity to everyone to present, or speak out whatever this thing. That is in Sunday reading session, Pinaki just like invited everyone to express, and just he mentioned that, saying that you speak what you understood around this book. Okay, so there is no hard and fast rules here. So I like that particular part. I said, okay, let's jump on this thing. Yes, I completely agree with Pinaki saying that yes, 15 minutes is uh, uh, for me initially when I thought of 15 minutes, then how many slides? 8 to 7 slides. That is what ChatGPT told me. Go ahead with 7 to 8 5. But the topic is so engaging and so this thing. I said, okay, let's go ahead and let's practice. So like yes, I did my practice to finish 15. But again, at Pinaki, so yes, there are videos out there where they finishes in 3, 7, 15, 30, 20 minutes the whole summary of the book. So that is something to practice. And I remember our discussion, Vasu, when Sakina did very first presentation on this group. She is very new and she done the presentation. I was so happy for her and I give her 10 out of 10, just seeing her effort. But then Pinay explained, no, Milind, you actually took the whole idea of, the growth. If she 10 out of 10 she gets in the first round, she's not going to put any extra efforts next time. So go with the actual, like true reflection and the true pointing, how, so that helps to the person who is giving the presentation, because there is a scope. So that is what Pinaki did today. Explain with saying that yes, Milind, you are over 3 minutes, and yes, how you need to add the questions into this particular topic. So learning is always part of this process. So I love that. Yeah, definitely I will improve next time, and will come up with the new and but what I get in return, very simple. Like Manjula, is the way. Yes, I know her as author. I just seen the page, the first page of her book, cover page. But today she spoke, and she spoke from heart, and she connected the Indian scripture, which I love about. And in future, I'm going to bring all those books to this thing, because it is not only Western authors. There is a lot in our. Like I asked you the name of the book of Mantra Vidya. Definitely I'm going to take those of the ways. All knowledge is with us. Yeah. So I love the sessions. I love the feedback. That is how, yeah, yeah.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback because that is what matters, and that may encourage others to pick up the book and talk about it. So we also need to learn one thing is that when the question is asked, how to quickly answer it within few words. So that's something that we all need to
And
develop
work on,
upon
yeah.
ourselves, and that is why the 15-minute boundary is given, because
True.
like we had 15 minutes to tell what we had done for 6 months in my factory, and we make about 2 lakh tons of production every year, and in that process we lose about uh, 20,000 tons goes for recycling, and the target given to me was to reduce this 20,000 tons by another 2,000 tons. So against 20,000 tons, we should only aim at 10% loss, as we say that. So 10% से मेरा target था 8.5% आने के लिए. So you can imagine what all we would have done for the 6 months. The 6 months is the action, and 25 years of learning that was there behind inside my head, and someone
Mhm.
who constructed the factory as well. So with all those minds, and what we did, we took 15 minutes to present that what we did in 6 months, and then we very proudly, I will say, humbly also, that we were able to win the prize. So, and when I was giving this presentation to an unknown audience, after 8 or 9 minutes, I observed that 2 or 3 people were yawning. They are part of my team, they are part of this work, but after 15, 8, 10 minutes, people started yawning. अभी यहाँ तो प्रॉब्लम ये है, हमको दिखते भी नहीं ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. So anything beyond 8 or 9 minutes, this is the kind of what you call absorbability that people have nowadays. If you remember our days when we used to see Mahabharat, वो पहले 15-16 मिनट एडवर्टाइजमेंट लगता था, फिर 9:15 बजे जब महाभारत चालू हो गई तो वो भारत की ये कहानी सदियों से पुरानी जब आता है तब तक चलते रहता था 42 मिनट्स 43 मिनट्स. सो
Yeah.
टुडे इफ यू सी दैट्स नॉट द केस. हमारे को 13 मिनट का 15 मिनट का एपिसोड है, उसमें भी 3-4 मिनट में एडवर्टाइजमेंट आ जाता है. अगर नहीं आता है तो हम लोग फोन उठा लेते हैं. So the kind of absorbability has gone down. So that made me to think about how we will lessen it to the minimum time. And as I'd asked that, I have also shown you how rich that what you call Think and Grow Rich. I have presented you the book in 12 minutes. So with a very slow pace and all that. So we need to learn that it's not easy to do. It's something can be done. If I can do it, then definitely you can do it. So that's how we are looking at it. Because as everyone wants to go up, right? The human brain is on the top part of the body, and that drives everyone towards the upwards. So हम सबको ऊपर जाना है, जहाँ पे है वहां से सबको अपने आप को ऊपर ले जाना है. Whichever way you think, maybe if you are going through the Advait Siddhanta or Vedic Siddhanta, you will say that मैं आज जिस कर्म से हूँ उससे ऊपर के कर्म में जाऊंगा.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I am a DGM today, I would definitely like to become a general manager or vice president or something of that sort. So everywhere we want to improve ourselves. So for that, as we grow up, you can't go to the chairman of the company and say something in 1 hour, right? You will get 2-3 minutes to share what you have to see, and within that 2-3 minutes or 10 minutes that are given, we need to impress him upon, and we need to get money for something that we want to implement or do. So this happens for every one of us. So how quickly you can say and how elaborately you learn. Matlab, you learn 7 hours and you implement in 15 minutes. You share it in 15 minutes. This is very important in life. So when the questions come, then you are opening up further and getting in detail. So what's the difference between people who have studied in IIT or people who have studied like me in a normal college, diploma, polytechnic college? We used to say कि मैंने इतना लिखा तो बहुत ज्यादा कर दिया. So when I worked with a person from IIT. He made a presentation. It was half a page. And with that half a page of presentation that we gave to the chairman of the company, we got allocated a machine of 25 lakhs, and that was in 2004. So in 2004, when we got 25 lakhs, it's like today getting something like 3 crores. So I learned from them that how quickly, but for that half page of presentation, uh, all we shift इंचार्जेस had worked for 3 days. मतलब हमको बोला गया था तुम्हारी ड्यूटी ए शिफ्ट है, बी शिफ्ट में बैठ के इसका डाटा निकालो, उसको कंप्यूटर में भरो, उसका समराइज करो और उनको दो. So whatever we did, उसका निचोड़ उसने आधे पेज में रखा. It got passed. That's a different story, but that was a big learning for me. And see, here we did not go for a 15-minute competition in the 2021. I learned this technique. I know this will be doing in 2020 itself. In 2004 or 5, I learned this. But implementation, we are growing up. From the time first, it was just people come, attend, give a presentation, talk, baat karo pehle. Then we developed it. Last year, it was any book of your choice. And now it is purposefully the book of the month. We need to serve what the customer needs. So अगर उनको इडली चाहिए आप वड़ा दोगे तो नहीं चलेगा. इडली मांगा है तो इडली देना पड़ेगा, रोटी मांगा है तो रोटी देना पड़ेगा. So this is the idea behind it. I am not, and we are all imperfect. We are reading those books. Mountainous View is a kind of imperfection. The other book, for agreements we read, I shared the book. That is also an imperfection. And now currently what we are reading in the morning session about imperfection, that is also a book of imperfection. So we are all imperfect, going towards the perfection. And in this journey, we learn a lot. So the journey is more important than the end. And that's what I want to celebrate about. So sorry, I was a bit long, but this is what is the idea behind it. So ये रस नहीं बना, but definitely it's not simple thing.
Thank you, Vasudha.
What I feel now, let's close the session.
थोड़ा भारी हो गया.
अब मैं भारी हो रही हूँ because I get up by 4. मैं भारी हो रही हूँ. You can see my eyes. बड़ा से छोटा हो गया.
Okay.
No, bye. Yeah.